Today I'm going to talk about the Shanghai Expo 2010. The Shanghai Expo will be held in the city of Shanghai, China from May 1st to October 31st, 2010, and it is a scheduled World Expo in the tradition of international fairs and expositions. The theme of the expo is Better City, Better Life, and signifies Shanghai's new status in the 21st century and as a major economic and also a culture center. It is expected to generate the largest number of visitors in the history of the World Fairs in terms of growth numbers. The expo logos, as you see in the pictures, feature the Chinese characters Shi, modified to represent three people together with the 2010 date. More than 190 countries and more than 50 international organizations have registered to participate in the Shanghai World Expo. China expects to receive almost 100 foreign leaders and millions of people from across the world to come and visit the World Expo. More than 70 million visitors are expected in the Chinese metropolis, and the largest in the history. Today I'm going to emphasize to talk about the China Pavilion. I'm going to talk about the pavilion features and the display of the China Pavilion, and lastly I'm going to talk about some highlights of the pavilion. First of all, I want to talk about the pavilion features. The main structure of the China Pavilion, the crown of the East, has a distinguished roof made of traditional donggong, or brackets, which dates back more than 2,000 years. The donggong style features wooden brackets features layer upon layer between the top of a column and the cross spring. The unique structure component of interlocking wooden brackets is one of the most important elements in the traditional Chinese architecture. Donggong was widely used in the spring and autumn period. Secondly, I want to talk about the pavilion display. The core design of the pavilion is based on the concept of oriental crown, splendid china, ample barn, and rich people to express the spirit and decomposition of the Chinese culture. The pavilion will have a core exhibition area on the top floor, and an experience area on the second floor, and also a functional area on the first floor. Chinese achievement in urban development from the ancient times to the modern times will be the core theme of the pavilion. Lastly, I want to talk about the highlights of the pavilion. First of all, the exploring Oriental footprint. The vision that the ancient Chinese used to develop cities will be showcased with program of different styles in Section 1. A video play in the multimedia exhibition will tell stories about China's vast migrations from rural to urban areas over the past 30 years of reform and opening up people's enthusiasm for building a better city and expectations for the future. The famous picture of the riverside scene at Qingming Festival will also make its appearance in the Chinese Pavilion to illustrate charms of Chinese cities and highlight too the experience trip. The excursion trains will give visitors an appreciation of the great wisdom and achievement in Chinese urban development from the ancient to the modern times. Highlight 3 is the focus on low-carbon future. Chinese people will tackle future challenges brought by urbanizations in a sustainable way, which takes low-carbon technologies as its core. In a word, Shanghai World Expo will give a chance for the world to not only know better of Shanghai but also the world. Thank you.